Okay, so for my video, well, I haven't been a kindergarten teacher before, so I don't actually have a school that I'm a part of. But I have done a lot of supply teaching before, and in Muskoka there are many schools that have some sort of forested area in the back, and this school has one of my favorite natural areas. So it's first of all, it's across the road from the school, and it's about 5 or 10 acres that they have here with a whole bunch of different stuff, and I'll talk about it. Um, you do have to cross the road, so that has its own logistical challenges, but also, it adds to the sense of adventure, I think, especially at the kindergarten level. It is a great area with a little bit of everything. It's got, as you can see, some meadowed area, some forested area. It's got some trails, a maple sugar bush, a small creek, and you can sort of just see in there an outdoor classroom. We'll walk that way. It's an amazing opportunity for students to explore and also to see the seasonal changes, I find, because there is a good mix of some coniferous and some deciduous trees around here, and all sorts of different things that they can see happen throughout the year. Right now, the bugs are actually really, really bad, which normally isn't a problem. I haven't experienced that yet. There's the outdoor classroom that they have. So I do have a story about this one that I think links to sort of the integrated aspects of learning and the experiential learning as well. So I was a supply teacher here for about a 1 week stint or so, while an LTO was in the process of taking over, or going to take over, but hadn't started yet. And it was for a kindergarten classroom, which is really the biggest kindergarten experience I've had, or the longest one. And in the winter, when the rest of the school was doing electives, in Muskoka we have these things called winter electives, where students go out and do different winter activities. The kindergartens aren't really part of that. So instead, we have snowshoes at the school, and we set them all up with snowshoes on the winter elective day, and we came over here to do some exploring. And I did try to lead it up to them that one of the cool things about snowshoeing is that you can make your own trails. You don't have to follow an established trail. You can sort of go anywhere. And so we took turns having leaders, and the rest of us would follow along the trail. And we found all sorts of different things, like there were some animal tracks and some droppings, and we tried to identify what those animals were, and had a lot of good discussion as we went along. And the biggest thing we did was eventually we came over this hill, and a girl who was leading at the time found a fresh deer carcass from a wolf kill. So that was a very startling surprise, especially for her, because she was the first to see it. But it also gave us a chance to discuss a lot of things, and it was fantastic. We did have a debrief afterwards when we got back to the school. And it's not obviously a real inquiry-based learning because I didn't set it up that way, but we certainly had a really good discussion afterwards that allowed it to be similar to that. And some of their, most of them were, actually I was amazed, most of them were really very curious, very knowledgeable about what had happened. A lot of references to it, just being part of life, and it happens. Everything has to go through that. And also just super mature, I found, with a lot of the students. So it was really great. I didn't have an opportunity to integrate stewardship in any sort of my programming when I was here, but certainly there's lots of opportunities to do that as you can connect the students with a lot of individual things here and share the importance of this area. Anyways, I hope you enjoyed this area and enjoyed the video. Thank you. Bye.